Hi Zendan.
Welcome to our 2300 square feet home in Bangalore. This is Banu. I am the founder and principal designer at Studio Couch Potato.
I'm Mahesh and welcome to our house. It's a 4 BHK home here in North Bangalore. We stay here with our kids.
The foyer space leads us into this large spaced living area, which is sectioned into our main living space and the dining space that again opens up to this open concept kitchen. This space comfortably can seat around 10 to 12 people at the same time. So functionality wise, this was a big bang for our buck. The living room is an interesting play of textures. The chairs are sourced from this store called Magari. So they have this rope themed detail on them, which is black and which kind of picks up on the farmhouse chandelier that was custom made again. This sofa is made of vegan leather from Gulmohar Lane. And again, it is complemented very beautifully with the boucle fabric bench that was customized by Orange Tree Furniture. And this is all anchored by this coffee table that was from Studio Objectory. So this is made of GFRC material to mimic concrete. And everything sits on top of this rug, which is the sisal fabric sourced from Rug Republic. And on this side of the living room, we have this big floor-to-ceiling faux fireplace, which cleverly hides big screened TV inside. And we have this beautiful driftwood candle stand. This was done by a studio in Chennai called Eden. We have seating on either side of the fireplace. And then this again has hidden storage underneath. My dad used to work in tsunami protection and coastal erosion mitigation measures. So we've always had a part of the ocean in our daily lives when we were growing up. I have that deep sense of respect for the ocean. So those whitewashed walls and subtle blues popping up here and there was kind of the color palette for the home. So this is our dining space. This is a fairly large dining table, and this is topped by this Italian marble. Marble is quite a porous material, so we had to get it coated with an epoxy coat on top. So it's fairly easy to maintain, so no need to get scared of marble top dining tables. If you know this one little trick, we've had no issues with it for the past 2 years. We have this buffet console, which is again done with this shiplap design. Shiplap meaning just those vertical stripes that you see on the deck of these huge ships, just a fancy name. The knobs are quite interesting. It's made of this rope kind of a material again, and not to this nautical theme. The focal point or the star of this home, so to say, is this beautiful painting that was done by this artist called Prachi Kothari. So she's used vegetable dyes to make this, and this kind of sits on this wall that was done with this lime plaster. So the size of this painting is around 6 feet by 4 feet. I know when people are doing up their homes, they kind of get lost when they have to hang up art. The most important tip is please hang it at eye level, number one. Number two, scale and proportion. The artwork should be, let's say, around 75% in size to what it is anchoring under it. So that is a small tip that you could keep in mind when you're hanging art. Right next to the dining room is our open concept kitchen. We have a nice tiny little breakfast nook here, which gets used quite a lot, like more than the dining space, because it's convenient. We wanted an all-white kitchen, big mistake. And then this is kind of offset with this warmer oak shade. We have quartz countertop with a quartz backsplash. Again, please don't get quartz ever. There is something called nano white, which you could opt for. It looks and feels like quartz, but much easy to maintain. I wish I knew about that when we were doing the kitchen. We have used Bosch for all our appliances, and we have been very happy with the brand. Till date, it's been 2 years, not much of issues. The kitchen leads to a utility area. We have ironing plank under which we have shoved our washer and dryer. So not a very pretty sight, but it is completely utilitarian. This is small puja niche where we have our favorite deity of Shirdi Sai Baba. It's made of marble. This is kind of balanced by this customized Tanjore paintings, which we got from a vendor in Sqft in Bangalore. So that is a treasure trove for these Tanjore paintings. This is actually mimics the look of stone, but it's actually a laminate sheet, the one that's behind the deity. We did a CNC cutting of the Om, and we have this very subtle wallpaper which is textured gold that goes behind the Tanjore paintings, and on either side we did this small motif with gold. We have this beautiful pendant lamp that was sourced from Fab India. It's in the shape of a lotus that is very apt for the puja room. This is my son's room. He is a 14-year-old typical teenager who wants crazy stuff. Like, he wanted me to put black on the ceiling and he wanted the whole room to be black in color. That's where we ended up doing a black and white. That was kind of a compromise that we had to reach. We did this grid wallpaper with punches of yellow everywhere. So one thing that we usually do as designers is, we always take reference from nature, and you can never go wrong with it. So for example, look at a sunflower. So that was the jump off point for this room's color palette. The prints are from Etsy, great source for art, very pocket friendly, and the photo frames are from IKEA. I think the best place to get photo frames at a very pocket friendly price, IKEA. If you see, the square footage of this room is quite small, so we had to pack in a lot of things. That's when we thought, okay, let's make an L-shaped cupboard. This is a very good space saving trick. It's not too overwhelming to the eye. This actually houses a lot of his stuff. We have taken that over with his study space. It's a floating desk with storage underneath. And another very cool thing about the room is it has, again, storage under the bed. It's a platform bed. My son loves to read, so we have a lot of books that we have been collecting from his childhood days. So all that has been, stored under the platform bed. So the way the room has been laid out is quite functional and caters to all the needs that he has. This is obviously my daughter's room. You can see the polka dots and the pink. This is a mirror image of my son's room. The design, the layout is quite similar to what we've done in his room. We did this half and half polka dot pink wallpaper. The wallpapers have been customized through Shutterstock. It was very hard for us to get this geometric wallpapers in the market, so Shutterstock customizes wallpapers for you. So we did this pendant lamp. This is from a store called Black Steel. We have those bulbs to mimic the polka dot. One thing that I experimented with is how to play with scale of patterns. So if you see, there is this kind of a houndstooth design that is laid on top of this polka dot. So how you layer patterns is put a smaller scale pattern on a larger scale pattern. So that gives that visual interest and it doesn't look too overwhelming.
This is our master bedroom, and in keeping with the tone of the general house, we've just got a little bit of very neutral kind of colors here.
We have the rattan detailing in the pendant lamps, and then we have it in the curtain tie bag, and that's also there in the jute rug, just to tie in the whole room together. And then this throw blanket is a very special one. It was crocheted by my mom. So that again gives a lot of texture to an otherwise very minimal color palette. And another favorite in this room is this barn door. It goes on the railing, and this hides away our tiny walk-in closet.
The most interesting part of this room is the projector system. It's concealed behind the pelmet. The kids love it, their friends love it, and Banu and me just unwind in the weekends, watching a movie.
Initially, we wanted to get a big screened TV for this room, but then when I started doing the price comparisons, I understood that buying a projector is way cheaper than buying a TV for sure. We must have at least saved, like, let's say 25 to 30 grand. Another very cool thing about this room, which my kids and their friends absolutely love, is the bed. It is from Sleep Company. It's a reclining bed. It has that movie theater kind of a feeling.
This is our guest bedroom, with me working from home, at least 2 to 3 days a week. I'll convert this to a kind of a workspace. In order to optimize the space, we actually designed a L-shaped kind of work desk arrangement. It's also got a TV, people to unwind and relax.
Actually, this was supposed to be his man cave, but just that, if you see the design, it's more floral, feminine themed, because this started out as a guest room, mainly for my mom and my mother-in-law whenever they come over, and they both love flowers. There are a lot of references of pink in the room, and we also have given some space to store suitcases when our parents come over. There's also enough storage for us to house our printer and the supplies, and then we have more storage on this side where we keep our seasonal clothes and gift articles.
So this is the entry foyer to the house. It's based on a Greek Mediterranean theme. We have a customized shoe rack with some grooves, and that's for ventilation for sweaty shoes, and a non-symmetric kind of mirror which resembles a little bit like a pool of water. As you enter the house, you immediately get a vibe that it's based on the ocean. This is our balcony. Every day evening, me and Banu just sit down here, have a cup of coffee together.
The way we have laid out the whole space is we have a nice swing, and opposite to it we have 2 accent chairs, so it makes conversation really easy to flow. The swing is wide enough to accommodate my daughter and me, so we both just lie down on the swing and just watch the rain. It's the beautiful moments that I will really treasure once she grows up and moves out and we don't fit into it anymore.
This is our house, built and designed by my wife. House is not something, just like a hotel to stay for the night. I really enjoy the house, and I spend more time in the house than actually in the office.
We have lived in a lot of rental homes before we finally moved into, I would like to think, my forever home. Every day when I walk into this home, all that I feel is gratitude. That we were able to make a house that feels like us, that supports our everyday life.
Thank you, Zendin,
for giving us this beautiful opportunity to showcase our home. If you enjoyed our home tour, which I hope you did, please do like, share, and subscribe.